Hey everyone, I hope you're well. The last time I done a proper video like this was probably about 8 years ago. Now I'm here. I've had so many questions over the years asking me just about my journey, who I am personally, and I don't really ask. Actually, I do answer questions sometimes on my Q&As, but I thought, you know what, let me just answer some of these questions where you just get to see me in the flesh through the screen, I guess. So here's some questions, right? And they're quite personal. Let's go. Who are you when Instagram is closed and nobody is watching? Who am I? I think I am a lot more caring than a lot of people think, a lot more loving than a lot more people think, and a lot more hardworking than a lot of people think. Someone with big ambition and someone who gets in the way of himself. What do you think people misunderstand most about you? I think everyone thinks that I'm a ladies' man and all I care about is women and the chase and that game, and that is just like far from the truth. Number 3 is, if you had to introduce yourself without mentioning followers, money, looks, women, or the past, what would you say? I'd say, hey, and I'd say my name, and I'd say I'm from London, and I would say I work with young people, aspiring to give them a safer upbringing than I had. At 35, what version of you has finally died? P.S. I'm 35, everyone asking. People pleasing, and asking for permission. What part of the old you do you still respect? These are deep questions, man. What part of the old me do I still respect? Loads of the old me. I can't think of one particular thing, but a lot of the old me. I don't think I've changed a lot. There's a few changes that have happened, 100% about me, but in terms of like morals and principles, I think they remain the same. I think my morals and my principles definitely remain the same. So I'm still happy about that, I guess. What part of the old you are you embarrassed by? Seeking love and affection from the wrong people. I'm not like seeing my potential, not seeing my abilities and my skills for what they were, not appreciating and not looking at who I am as a person. Do you think you became the man you needed when you were younger? 100%. 100%. When I look at myself and I look at the qualities that I have now, it was definitely the man that I needed when I was younger. And I still feel like I'm like building up towards that now. Like there's still things that I'm like, okay, I need to get this underneath my belt. I need to acquire this. I need to accumulate that. And these are all things that would have helped me throughout my younger life when I really needed help. Are you at peace or have you just become better at looking calm? I've just become better at looking calm. What made you decide now it's the time to tell your story? I feel like I've been quite open about most things with my life. But I feel like to compact it and to compile it here, I guess, on YouTube would just be a lot more easier, because I think there's the same questions just keep arising online around me, and I thought like, let me just tell my story and just show a bit more of who I am. I feel like people really misunderstand me in so many different ways. So I just thought like, let me just make it easier for you lot and just, hey, look, this is who I am. This is what I am and why I am. And I feel like everyone respects an underdog. And I definitely feel like I'm an underdog, and not many people realize how much of an underdog I am. I think people think that I've made it, and I ain't made it. Number 10 is, do you feel like people follow you because they know you or because they built an idea of you? I feel like they follow me because they've built an idea of me. Definitely built an idea of me. And obviously I'm responsible for part of that. I definitely feel like the persona that I've put online at times, people have not people have only seen that one side and not seen another. I feel like a lot of people deliberately misunderstand me so they can have a tainted or distorted image of me in their head to make it easier to dislike me. So yeah, I definitely feel like people follow me because they've built an idea of me. There's a lot of deeper questions now, so let's get ready. How did losing your mum change you as a man? Made me more grateful for people that were in my life. Made me cherish love more, family more. What was the first thing you understood about life after your mum died? That life can be weird, and obviously cliche that nothing ever lasts forever, and everything will die except God. Did grief make you softer, colder, or more dangerous? I would say all three. What do you wish you said to your mum while she was still here? Thank you for everything. I would have asked her more about her life and where she come from, and I would have asked her more advice just about life. She gave me a lot of advice, to be honest, but I would have asked her more. And I don't know, I'll probably say a little joke with her and we'll joke back. Do you feel like you're still trying to make her proud? Some days yes, some days no. Some days I'm just like, it's kind of impossible, but I'm sure she's proud of me, to be honest. When your mum passed, who really showed up for you? These are deep questions, man. I had some good brothers around me. I don't know, it was quite fickle, man, because like some people that, I can't answer that one straight, but there was people who were there. There were people that were there here and there, but I don't think anyone was really consistent. Yeah, but I just blame myself because I weren't too consistent myself with life. I was all over the place. I don't want to point fingers at people and say that they should have been there for me more. Like, I'm a man, let's crack on with it. But yeah, it would have been nice if there was a bit more people that were actually supportive. But maybe they just didn't know how to help me. What does a man do when the woman who gave him life is no longer here to guide him? Understand that you're probably going to do this thing where you look for that person in other people. You have to protect yourself from that. You need to make sure you're aware that you're not making that mistake of looking for that woman. Remember, some guys, they don't have a close relationship with their mum, and it might not affect them as much as it might do with someone like myself who had a very close relationship with my mum. So it depends, but I'm just saying you can end up looking for your mum in other people. One memory of your mum that still makes you laugh. Too many. I'm trying to think of something right now. Too many. Like, my mum was a joker. I'm trying to think of one. My mum was a joker and she was a troll. I'll come back to that another time. Yeah. Did losing your mum make you more serious about legacy? 50-50. At times I was like, life is so... It's weird, right? Because you can look at life, everything's perspective. You can look at it like, life is nothing. It just goes away so quickly. What's the point of even trying to aspire to build legacy? Or you could say the same thing in a different way of, life is so quick, it goes like that. It's so important to build legacy. As I'm getting myself back together and repairing myself by the will of Allah, I'm starting to feel and remember that it's important to leave a good legacy behind. What's the wildest thing you saw growing up that changed how you saw people? Seeing my dad shot at when I was 11 years old, and the person who did it not even having any form of dignity and honor to think that there's children in that house. Seeing a lot of betrayal amongst people who you would think would never betray you. A lot of dishonor. A lot of dishonor from people who you would never think were dishonorable people. So, that definitely shaped and changed how I saw people. When did you first realize that the streets weren't a game? I think I learned from young because, like I said, I was 11 years old and I saw that street stuff. Have you ever seen a small situation become so serious because nobody wanted to look weak? All the time. That's every single day. Every single day. We call it street pride, innit? It's just the pride on the roads. Like, it could be two friends and they just won't let something go because the other person doesn't want to let the other person doesn't want to come across weak, even though we all know my man's strong, but because he's so insecure deep down, which means he's not really strong, is he? That he would end up violating his own friend or his own brother in faith just to put out this image of he's not weak. Did growing up around violence make you stronger, or did it damage you in ways you only understood later? I think it definitely made me stronger because it made me realize what violence can do, and it made me kind of immune to seeing stuff or hearing stuff on the street. Like, I'm just like, kind of desensitized. But at the same time, it also made me quite empathetic as well. It's weird how those things can coexist, how it can make you quite cold and desensitized, but at the same time very empathetic when you see other people go through things that could amount to violence. What's something people romanticize about the streets that is actually disgusting in real life? Shooting people. We romanticize shooting people a lot. Did you ever feel like violence was normal? Yes. Yes, 100%. Like, talking about firearms back then was just normal. It was just normal. It was like, people now have made it like a big hoo-ha, like, whoa, he's got this and he's got that. Back then, it was just like, I'm not just saying it to sound gangster. It was just so normal. What's more dangerous, a violent man or an emotional man who thinks he's calm? An emotional man who thinks he's calm. 10 times more dangerous. 10 times more dangerous. What does true restraint mean to you? True restraint means to me having access to bigger guns than your enemies and choosing not to shoot them. What would you say to a young man who thinks being known on the roads is success? I'll say that's equivalent to the hyena thinking that he's king of the jungle. Did the streets teach you loyalty, or did they teach you how rare loyalty actually is? It taught me how rare loyalty actually is. There's no loyalty in the streets, and if there is, it's very, very rare, and I'm grateful to have a few brothers around me who are very, very loyal to me, and I'm very loyal to them. You see, this loyalty and betrayal, it will really mess with you, because let's say you've got someone and they were your right-hand person and they do something and you're like, I don't even know who they're. If I can't trust you, then who can I trust? All the love, the things I've done for you, risk my life for you, and you've done this to me. It makes you become paranoid. It makes you become anxious. What was your first serious lesson about money? That money can be made very quickly and money can go very quickly. And then there's other lessons of like going out and networking with the right people. You know, you could be down, broke on your face, feel rubbed out, feel like there's no future for you. And with the right conversations and you turning up and showing your capabilities, you can really bring in a good amount of income to support yourself and the people around you. What's the difference between looking successful and being stable? Looking successful is what I think I did get caught up in before, of wearing all sorts of designer clothes and driving all sorts of high-end rentals and posting it all over your social media to let everyone know that you're up. And yeah, that's it. You just look successful. And even now when I see it, I'm like, that don't even look, but maybe back then it did, but now that even looks successful, it just looks tacky and cheap. And then obviously being stable, more time I'll see, because I've had some really surprising meetings with people, and I'm like, I would have never have known that this person was worth this amount of money, yet look how they dress, look at the car that they drive. Not to say that I wouldn't get a Lamborghini, but for the aspirations that I have and the people that I have around me, the Lamborghini is not necessary. So yeah, I think true stability seems more discreet, more quiet, but yet more powerful. Have you made money and still felt empty? Yes, definitely. And in that emptiness, I think I've tried to fill that void by spending a lot on things, and things don't make me happy. What does legacy mean to you financially? Good question. Making sure that any money that I have after I've passed, or even that I've got old, goes to responsible people who are around me or my family, so it can carry on and it can trickle down or gush down to more business. And I always like to build a business or have my money into something that makes the world better. So whether it be in something like, care for children, or care for or housing the homeless, or caring for the elderly, or building mosques, or building homes, or having running water. I feel like money, that's a true legacy of money, that it goes somewhere that makes the world a better place. What do you wish your followers knew about the real you? So much. I'd want them to know, I feel like I've put it out there, like I'm not who many people think that I am. I would like people to know that I have a lot of ambition. I'm actually smarter than I appear. I would like people to know I'm actually more creative than I appear. I'm very passionate about things like animals and traveling, and ironically enough, family, even though I've seen so much pain within family. I'd want people to know that I don't want to promote street life at all, but I would like people to respect that I was a lot heavier involved than people actually would have believed or would believe now. I just want people to be aware of that, not because it's a form of me being braggadocious, and it's not a form of like arrogance. I don't mean any arrogance with it, but it's more of a point of you being able to respect the transition and the journey. So when I'm being goofy, or when I'm talking about love, that was a huge transition. And I just feel like people should respect me, or would respect me a lot more if they actually knew the journey, which was kind of my mistake, because I didn't really push that out there as such, because I never wanted to be like a back in the day, type of guy. Do you think social media rewards fake confidence more than real character? Yes. Are you trying to be famous, respected, influential, or understood? Now, influential for the right purposes. Before, when I was doing rap, I think I was trying to be, obviously I was trying to be famous, but now I just want to be influential for the right purposes. And again, that's just to help young people, help boys, help girls, but mostly boys and men, not get caught up and not fall victim to some of the things that I fell into. What do you want men to come to your page for? Inspiration, guidance, principles, morals, understanding, emotional intelligence, jokes. Yeah, a lot of banter. But maybe I should show more of that. If your account disappeared tomorrow, who would you still be? Me, I mean, my TikTok account got banned, and I was like on 250,000 followers or something like that. I know it sounds like I don't, like I'm pretending. I don't care. Like if it comes back, great. If it don't, I'm still the same me, you know? What do women usually get wrong about you? Everything. Everything. Do you think women are attracted to peace, or do they say they want peace but chase chaos? I feel like some women say they want peace and they mean it. And I think some women say they want peace and they are attracted to chaos, because they've, maybe that's all they've known. Have you ever confused lust with connection? Yes. Do you think being desired by women can become dangerous for a man's ego? Yes. For the wrong men, or for men who have not nurtured the feeling of getting female attention, yes. 100%, of course. It's like a man who's never had any power before, and overnight he gets all of this power, he can be dangerous. But a man who's been through a lot of hardship and pain and a lot of lessons, if he gets power in his hand, had so many lessons that he can learn different perspectives, different outlooks, different walks of lives, and his power won't be so dangerous. You know, you have a lot of empathy around him. What does a woman need to understand about a man who grew up around violence? That you don't need to shout when you're angry. You can just talk. What's the difference between protecting a woman and controlling her? Protecting her is being sincere and making sure that the best outcome comes out for her and you. And controlling her is doing things that ends up with the outcome that she completely hates it, and you're just doing it just to prove that you have authority over her. You don't have no sincere means to why you're telling her to come back at this time or to be here or to do that. You're just doing it because you want to have an ego boost. But a man who's trying to protect his woman, he will tell her, look, babe, the reason why I want you to come back at this time is sincerely so you're not out in this area. I know this area better than you do. I know the people here. I know what goes on. I'm a bit more clued up. No disrespect. Please, can you come? You know, so it's with sincere intentions to see a good, safe outcome for her. Even if it was like advice for her friends. Some guys who are controlling will say, I just don't want you around your friends, period. There's no reason. He just wants to take control. He might even feel insecure. But another man might see something in her friends where maybe her friends are jealous of her, and he'll say, babe, I don't think that girl's good for you, you know? She seems a bit jealous. Try to stay away from her. That's sincere, and that's a man who's trying to protect her. And we are now at the end of the questions. There are some more questions that we might get into. If you have some more questions that you want answered, then feel free to make sure that they're respectful, please. Ask the questions. Again, make sure they're respectful. And let me know if you want to see more videos like this, or what other style or type or information videos. Hopefully these videos can benefit you or benefit those around you. Love.